Hello.
Man, it sounded like you hit the floor. Are you okay?
Oh.
Was that? Oh! I set my phone down to answer it.
Okay.
So it was literally setting my phone down just as I clicked the thing. That's why.
Can you hear us? Okay? Are we clear?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I can.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
By the hand, take it by the hand.
Pretty mama.
Come dance with your daddy
All night long.
Play some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
Bottom hand.
Take me by the hand.
Pretty mama.
Come and
Man,
dance with your daddy.
I'm sorry. There's a little
We're
bit
starting a band, guys. Is this where we start our band? This is the long con. This is what I've wanted the whole time.
Oh man.
The holistic good time family jam band.
Oh my God. Just wait until they find out we're black.
Yeah.
Including you, Lex.
Yeah. Am I black?
You are.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
By association. This
We
is
meant to
good.
tell you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have been inducted.
Guys, I'm so happy.
Welcome, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah. It's gonna be good for some things, very bad for other things.
Very, very
This is true.
bad. But also
Quite true.
very, very good, you know.
Yeah.
You get a little seasoning in your food there, so
I'm here for it. I'm
that's
down.
Good. That's good. Yeah, we had I guess we should kind of touch on this during the food portion of our show. We had a comment from a listener, an adventurer, Richard Rosenthal, mentioned something about the the food portion of our show. Also, before we even go down that road, I gotta apologize to people. I don't know what Spotify is doing to the show, but apparently it's playing us like in the round. So
That is weird.
yeah, apparently it'll just keep on going. It'll just keep on rolling like Sweetwater or Blackwater rather.
Yeah.
That screwed up the song we were just singing. That's right.
Keep on rolling.
No, but apparently, Spotify is kind of screwing up the playback. So I'm looking into that. But you have countless other options to listen to us on. You have.
Was that a cue?
No, that was for comedic value. You have You have Google Podcasts. You have Apple. You have Stitcher. Oddly enough, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do like hearing us like over and over, Spotify will let you do that. So that's there for you if you like that. So yeah, my apologies for that. But Richard Rosenthal, he wrote in and let us know about the problem. So we sincerely appreciate that.
Yeah.
We
Always do that.
Yeah. If there's ever any audio issues, we try to give you the best audio experience, bang for your buck, that we can. That's why I only sing for like 30 seconds at a time on the show. So
Yeah.
So anyway, he also kind of had some comments because we were talking last week a little bit about seasoning your food, of course.
Okay.
And we came to the decision that, the seasoning is good on the food. However, Richard Rosenthal says, I'm trying to get it up here, obviously. He goes, a pointless hill to die on. So-called unseasoned food is perfectly seasoned for people who like the taste of meat and vegetables. I would say other food is over-seasoned by people who have burnt out their taste buds or have overdosed on Food Network. Now, I understand because I have tasted some over-seasoned food before, and it kind of kills
we're not
it.
talking about over-seasoned food. We're not.
Yeah.
We're talking about properly seasoned food.
Yes, as the chef intended or the cook intended it. I understand that everybody's got different taste palettes and stuff like that. I know there's some people who just can douse a whole bottle of hot sauce on their food and not even blink. I have a coworker named Jackie. She's really awesome. She basically, there's no food hot enough to make her blink. Flaming hot Cheetos, after half a bag, I'm done. I've famously told you guys how much of a punk I am with hot food. I am the gringoest gringo when it comes to hot flavor, because I can take Taco Bell hot sauce, I can take half a bag of Flaming Hots, and that's it. That's it for me. Louisiana, I'm done for days.
That's rough.
That's it. Yeah, Tapatio, don't even let me look at the bottle. I'm out.
I'm sensitive to spices, like spicy as well, and then salt. If food is really, because I guess just never really salted food that much when I was growing up. which is weird because my grandparents did, and my dad's parents did. So like his cooking though was not like super salty cooking. So I wasn't like, I'm not huge into like really salty foods and stuff like that. And that can ruin it. So I understand that. Like I totally understand this argument of like it can ruin a meal.
That's
There
true.
have been times where I have not been able to eat a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
absolutely.
it.
It can get to a point, where your tongue does get burned out or it goes into shock, or it really can happen. But that's when it's like, okay, well, just try a few things every once in a while, a little something different. That's not necessarily salty or hot, but something's more savory.
Yeah.
A little bit with something with like layers to it, where you can really enjoy what you're actually having, as opposed to just I'm gonna burn my tongue out, my throat is on fire. We're not trying to traumatize people here.
No.
Yeah, but there should be at least a grain or two of salt on some, and pepper on some things.
Now listen, take this advice with a grain of salt.
Yeah, there you go.
Be adventurous. That's what I'd say. So, let me get us started officially here. So, thank you guys for tuning into the mini episode, back by popular demand, because every time we have her on, the demand is there to have her right back on again. Thank you, Dee, for joining Lex and I on this episode, this mini-sode.
Thank you, one person who really, really likes what I have to say.
Thank you for being on the show. I was like, bring in the ringer.
Oh, man. I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Thank you. So on this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about some food stuffs. It 'tis the season.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this is like exactly when we should be talking about it. Thanksgiving.
Right.
Are you guys Thanksgiving people? Are you into Thanksgiving? Are you not?
Yeah, Dee is nodding. Yes, and yeah, she got that hungry look. Yeah,
yes, I have yoga pants special.
Yeah,
for Thanksgiving, because the stretchy pants has got to happen. Like I don't care.
Yeah,
I
need to be comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that old meme where they show the stick figure going to visit their grandma. And they leave just as a round circle, like a super round oval person, and they got like $2 in their hand.
Yeah,
See, I personally like Thanksgiving more than Halloween, which I feel is not the big thing. Like everyone loves Halloween, and I'm not saying I don't like Halloween. I'm just like about Halloween, but I like Thanksgiving. To me, is when you really get into the holidays. That's when for me it feels like the holiday season.
Yeah, I don't even really count Halloween as a holiday. I feel like that's apples and cranberries. That's like comparing two completely different things there. Like Halloween is just kind of like that falls in the Hallmark region for me, because it's like buy. Where stuff like Thanksgiving is like spend time, and even Christmas, to an extent. I know it's like the most heavily buy holiday of them all, but at the heart of it, at the root, is the time and the love and affection. Hopefully,
yeah. Like to me, I think it's just a matter of age, like where you are in age. Because Halloween is great until it starts to feel like work.
Yeah.
Just like when you have to start going online and start going to every possible costume shop in your city or your town to find something that's interesting or different or something that just you like. That becomes work, and that's when it's like, fuck this shit.
It becomes like cosplaying.
Yeah, exactly. And then and for us still, because me and Matt and you, we're in this age group where we're not putting on Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
We're not hosting Thanksgiving dinners. So now we're all like, Thanksgiving is dope. Thanksgiving is dope until you have to stick a bird in the oven for 7 hours. Then it's like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm done. Let's end this year already.
I don't have the desire to cook, but I do have that that thing where you're like, oh man, hosting a dinner, that'd be fun. I think that's getting old. I think that's the same reason why I'm like, I love these house shows now.
Oh,
like, what the fuck is this?
You're watching HGTV like a mad person, aren't you?
Yeah.
Picking up all these notes.
You know who's a big softie for that?
Shitty taste. Like, what is wrong with you? God damn it.
You know who surprised me? He's a huge softie for those like HGTV shows and stuff like that. Dee's dad.
Yeah.
He loves that shit.
Oh my god.
He will enter all the contests. He will watch Property Brothers, the Ottoman Empire, whatever you got. He'll watch it all.
Oh, exactly.
I built like all of the furniture for like my room. I'll build IKEA furniture left and right. Like I'll do that all day long. High stakes Legos. I love it.
High stakes Legos.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I get fucking weird about this stuff. I don't know.
No, because
it's something I never had.
What did the Cowboys say at the furniture store?
Oh no.
I'm not responding to this.
I'm gonna need somebody so we can move on. Respond.
Yeehaw.
No.
Like,
if I see you around these parts again, IKEA.
Oh my god.
Oh, see, I'm looking around the house to find something that I can bludgeon him with.
BMO's leaving the room. Holy shit.
Yeah. BMO said I'm out. He said, "Oh shit, I can already hear the rage in Mom's voice."
I didn't do it, Mom. I didn't do it.
It's a damn shame.
So, all right, we've got several food stuffs to talk about on this episode here. I did put our question of the day out there on Twitter. We got some responses from some kind individuals, and I wanted to kind of like read them to y'all, let you know, see what your thoughts are. So my question of the day was a simple one. Thanksgiving, what's for dinner? You know, what do you have? What are you hoping to see on that Thanksgiving table? So
I've had a lot of Chinese food over the years.
Yeah,
I've done that. I have. Yeah.
Man, I can do Chinese food
too.
every day.
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah, I know you can do Chinese food every day.
Shut up. It's good. It's good stuff.
I just get burnt out on Chinese food. I don't know, like, and I'm not talking all Chinese food. Obviously, I'm talking about like the fast food usually that is marketed as Chinese food because it's usually like, you know, the same 7 dishes. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and that's on me too because I need to be more adventurous. Like, and this is food related, so it's not too big of a deviation. But there was a meme going around, like, what's your unpopular food opinions on Twitter? There was like a trend going on, and people were coming back. Oh, all Indian food is nasty, or oh yeah, Chinese food is overrated. It's just rice. It's like people were coming back. First of all, these are white folks,
of course.
Yeah. People were coming back like, you just don't try enough different food to make that decision. If it's boring, that's on you.
Right. Not one of them have actually asked the people that own the restaurant or any of the waiters, like, hey, what's the best thing you guys got here? What's a good thing that you like?
Look up the best places to go to. Like, that's a big thing, too. You have to look into it.
Right, exactly.
You can't just assume that the best Chinese food in the city is going to be the one that delivers to your house. That's just not not reasonable. So, yeah, folks came back to us on Twitter. Question of the day, this Thursday, what's for dinner? Actual Dick Grayson came back with Cornish game hen with cranberry glaze and roasted red potatoes.
Ooh,
that's too fancy. Fancy.
That's real good though, because she can throw down. Like this is Kelsey. So I also know
someone's been watching Food Network.
Man, yes.
She just demands the finer things.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true.
Yeah. This is funny because it's basically like 2 people came back are board members on CNSC. Suzanne Walker, who is the writer of the recently published Mooncakes graphic novel is out now. At Susasaur says turkey and duck from Hecky's.
What?
Now
Hecky's has duck?
Hecky's is a local.
I don't know what this is.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got into my own world for a minute. I'm sorry.
I'll feel Lex in.
You guys are like, guess what, Lex? You're not black anymore. Fine.
It's not even a black thing. It's a Rogers Park, Evanston thing.
That's it, literally.
Chicago thing. So Hecky's is a local barbecue joint. Mm-hmm. Normally, you just get rib tips from there.
Chicken wings,
you know, just like stuff slathered in barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, she's talking turkey and duck from Hecky's. I never thought.
I'm not a big duck fan. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, same. I've had it once.
I've only had Peking duck. I've never had duck any other way, and I love Peking duck.
Really?
That plum sauce.
Okay, I've never had Peking duck, so I will give that a shot.
Yeah.
I had it in like Thai food. That's what I had.
Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. Donald is totally.
Yeah, no, I have
totally in trouble.
I have a personal bias not to eat duck, of course, but you guys go off, whatever.
God damn it, Matt! Are you trying to make this a DuckTales podcast again? Why stop?
See, savvy listeners know I already made a DuckTales reference near the beginning of the episode, so if you guys can figure that out, I will send you a Nintendo Switch. I'm kidding. No, I won't.
I will find out where you live and take it back.
Man, Lex means that shit too.
Take it. So just Suzanne continues. My mom is disappointed we can't cook a real dinner. She and my dad are both sick right now. Sorry. Get well, Mom and Dad. But to be honest, I'm just excited for Heckies. I mean, that's good. You should be. And she goes, real.
It sucks that they can't cook dinner, but at least you're getting a really good meal still.
Yeah,
some of the best experiences come from having a backup plan, like on A Christmas Story.
Yep.
Where they had to go to the restaurant to have dinner, to have Christmas dinner. It's interesting when those are stories to tell,
right?
And hopefully a good meal along with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'll ask you both then, Lex. What's your go-to? What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I'm all about the mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Okay. Classic.
Yeah.
It's good shit. Yeah. Good shit. I like it.
Just gotta get and white gravy with it, by the way.
Oh, like sausage gravy?
Yeah, better.
No.
I think that white gravy is better. That's my overall stance. I would take it over like the brown gravy that is usually served any day.
I try not to think about gravy too much at all. I just enjoy it when it's there. Because if you think about it too hard, it's kind of weird and kind of gross.
Yeah.
But it's delicious when you're eating it.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm an oddball, but my favorite gravy is the KFC gravy.
What?
Seriously. Whatever they put in that gravy, whatever the spices and herbs they use in that gravy, it tastes so good.
Yeah.
And I know it's just packed with sodium, but man, until I swell up, it's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, especially as a kid, like mashed potatoes. That's where you're going back for seconds.
Yeah. Okay, all right, that's a good call. I like that.
Also, like the canned cranberry. Sorry, I like it.
Well,
my brother likes it too. We can't eat the regular stuff.
Yeah,
we got more on that a little bit later.
My own special can every year.
It's got to be shaped like the can.
Yes, I need those ridges.
Need those. That's where the flavor is.
Yes. Flavor ridges.
Flavor ridges.
At least I know this year, because my brother and his family are actually down here. They're going to be here for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Because they went to Disney. They took the kids to Disney.
Oh, fancy.
And then, oh my gosh. Real quick detour here. My brother had the opportunity to go to Disney when he was a teenager, like 16 or 17 years old, with my grandparents. And he said no, he didn't want to go to Disney.
What?
Because if he ever went to Disney, he wanted to go with his own children.
Oh,
so my brother waited 20 years to go to Disney with his own children. He's there now.
Oh my god.
That's really sweet.
That is the most heartfelt thing I have ever heard in my entire life. A little bit insane. A little bit.
Yeah.
But
dumbass.
But oh
like,
my
he's
god.
Really stupid. So they're at Disney, and tomorrow night they're coming up, and they'll be here till Friday. So I get to share the Canton cranberry.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. So, that cranberry.
I know there are a lot of people that like the regular cranberry, or the real one that people make, the legit one.
No. I'm not with it.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it really has to do with what you grew up with. The very first time that you tasted that thing.
Yes.
You have to have it that way all the time, or else it's ruined forever. Like,
I agree.
I've had both. That's the one thing. That is the one thing. I'm always that person that's like, that tastes like metal. That tastes like metal. Okay, that's the one thing. It better taste like metal. That's flavor. Like metal. That is flavor. Okay, give me that tetanus, that sweet tetanus. I need it in my cranberry sauce. But like, if you give me like the real organic cranberries that have been simmered for like an hour and all that stuff, no, thank you. I don't want to chew on seeds. And my cranberry
It's the texture. It's not just the taste, it's the texture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just not my jam.
Anyway, I interrupted D, so what would yours be, D?
Oh, man. Well, I'm right there with you with tinned cranberry sauce and absolutely stuffing. Oh, my God. Cornbread stuffing. Like, specifically, of course, my grandmother's, of course, because, I mean, she's just God in my world. So, like, she is a crazy master cook. She's just so good. And she has this thing where she uses cornbread, but she also uses, like, stovetop at the same time. And you would not know that stovetop is in there at all. And it's just amazing. There's eggs cut up in it. And I'm not even an egg person. But give it to me. Put it in my mouth. Yeah. Like, I need it. It's so good.
So, I'm with you on eggs. It's all about, like, what it's in and,
Yes.
I only like eggs in omelet form. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only way. They got to be scrambled or omeleted.
Right. Scrambled hard,
too.
Not runny. Oh, my God.
I don't want it to resemble anything like what it was.
In the shell.
Yeah. I don't want any of that business.
I don't want any of that baby bird shit.
No, absolutely not. So, okay, did you grow up in a house where they called it dressing or stuffing?
Dressing.
Really?
1000% dressing.
But you just called it stuffing.
I know.
Why?
Because, like I said, before we started the show, when we were singing the Old Black Water, like, I admitted that there's a little bit of trailer park in me. Just a scooch, just a smudge.
Yeah.
And, and honestly, no, I've heard it called stuffing for a long time, but in my house, in my family's house, it's dressing.
Yeah. I used to think there was a difference, funny enough.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was like stovetop stuffing.
Right.
Like the marketing really got to me. That's why I call it stuffing. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh, stovetop, that's stuffing. They call it stovetop stuffing. But yeah, growing up, my granny called it dressing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandparents, I believe, call it dressing as well. Maybe they go back and forth. I don't know. There's a lot of weird accent stuff within my family. Like my dad, I just got into this argument with him the other day where he was calling the toilet a commode. And my grandparents called it a commode too. And I just told him straight up, I said, I have never heard another human being outside of our family call the toilet a commode. And my dad was like, wait, is it even a word? And I was like, yeah, I think it's a word. But like, and he just stopped, and it was like I blew his mind because he was like, wait a second. I don't think I've ever heard anyone.
That's great.
What? I don't think I've ever heard anyone else outside of my family say this.
The Berenstain Bears moment.
Yes, exactly that moment. So like we call it stuffing. I don't know if that's from my mom's side or what, but that's what we call it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've heard it called dressing though. Like it is both of them. I don't know if it's like a regional thing or what.
I feel like maybe it's another one of those things, where it is regional. I think where it's like, because Maryland is still southern, considered southern coast.
Yeah.
So, like I can understand, like, the dressing terminology being used there.
That actually is the Indiana family, so I don't even know.
Oh, that's the Indiana family.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ah. Okay, so for mine, it's got to be ham. Ham.
Okay, Ponyo.
Hard pass.
Love that ham. It's got to be honey glazed.
Ooh.
It's got to have that brown
sugar. Bullshit sauce.
Listen, I didn't harsh
you said sauce. I meant salt.
I didn't harsh your sausage gravy. Don't harsh my ham.
I'm sorry. Right? Is it possible to harsh sausage gravy? I don't think so.
Yeah, it is. You know who killed it? Bob Evans. Blame Bob fucking Evans.
Yeah.
Because he slathered
Why are you going to Bob Evans?
You know what?
Why?
He slathered sausage gravy over everything on that menu. Even the menu was covered in sausage gravy.
We literally did get
a hero. How dare you?
Bob Evans, lesser than Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean is the #1 breakfast king. Bob Evans can suck a dick.
The hero of our times.
Bobbert Evans can suck a dick.
Oh
Robert Evans is a goddamn American hero. How dare you, sir?
Jimmy Dean is America, all right? Don't get me started.
Jimmy
That man
Dean
knew breakfast.
has contributed more to this. I can't.
I gotta tell you, for the longest time, I thought Bob Evans was a little cartoon kid. Because that's all I ever saw of Bob Evans.
You're thinking of Wendy's?
Oh,
similar.
we're killing D already. This ain't good. All right, we gotta move on because this mini-sode is turning into a full episode.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Make it the full. I don't care.
All right. That's fair. All right, so.
Lord.
Oh man. All right. So what else do we have here? So we got one food-related story from Pauline, from Queen, as she's so lovingly referred to as by her friends and family. That's right.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
It does.
Queen.
Caught up Queen.
Or like a bullet ricocheting off of something.
Oh man, imagine if that was the sound in the Matrix when they're dodging the bullets. If it was like, Queen.
It wasn't. It is now in my head.
Yeah.
All right. So
someone edit that. Take our clips of us going, Queen, and then just cut it into the Matrix.
So she posted this on Facebook the other day, and I just had to share it with you guys. There's a recipe for flaming hot Cheetos coated turkey.
Oh no!
And people have lots of thoughts.
No.
I'm gonna show this picture to D.
Oh hell no!
It looks radioactive.
And I can see it. This is.
Yeah.
Every day we stray further from God's light.
Yeah.
What is this?
And it's got the nerve to have stuffing inside of it, and it's like on top of peppers. Yeah.
That looks okay. First of all, it looks like it's made out of sand.
Yeah.
It looks granular. Yeah.
This is why Anakin Skywalker gave his "I don't like sand" speech. Because it's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
If the Philadelphia Flyers mascot Gritty was a turkey, this is what he would look like.
Oh God! Yeah. Wow!
So the story goes on to say turkey often gets a bad rap, between many calling it flavorless and dry. Turkey is as much a maligned member of the poultry
You're not cooking
family.
turkey right. I'm sorry. Yeah,
no,
it's true.
No, you're
it's
not.
True.
But you notice none of us put turkey on our list of favorite Thanksgiving foods.
Yeah, because that's always a given.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I don't know. Like I said, people don't cook it right sometimes, and it's just like,
People don't cook it right most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've never had fried turkey.
Oh, you never had fried turkey?
Never had fried turkey.
Oh,
I had it once.
God.
Okay.
You're like, how do you wake up?
Look,
like,
okay. You know what though? Before you start busting on me,
I love you, but
for the past several years,
I worry.
We have been to your family's house for Thanksgiving.
That's true.
Shit.
And I have never had fried turkey over there.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, because, they like having a house. They like having a house that hasn't burned down into ash.
They can get a new house. Make me fried turkey.
What the fuck? Like, what are these demands? Wait a minute, sir. No, that's not how any of that works.
That was the most perfect what the fuck that I've ever heard. Oh my God.
Just come out the gate with all these demands and shit. What?
Demands.
Oh no, sir. Oh no. We need if we ever fry a turkey, we're going to a park district. We're going to go out in some open land after it's rained. Or if there's snow on the ground so that nothing catches fire.
There are two people destroying America right now. People who are frying turkeys, people who are doing gender reveals. They are destroying parts of our country.
Did you see that video? I saw it the other day. I think it was on Twitter. And they did like a whole skit about the gender reveal. It was like, they undid it. It was like sarin gas, so it was green. They're like,
God.
But it made me laugh so hard.
So we have people commenting on this flaming hot turkey, saying things from "Nah, I'm good on this" to "The devil is real." To low key, the hot Cheetos turkey looks good. The hot Cheetos turkey looks good as hell. Am I the only one who thinks so? It got 5 likes.
Yeah.
Hot Cheetos turkey, could you? Would you? No. I couldn't. I wouldn't.
No. it's just unnecessary.
I mean, Cheetos, Flaming Hot Cheetos are good on their own.
They are.
You don't need to basically anoint a turkey with Flaming Hot dust.
I'm not a fan of the make everything flaming hot trend lately. It's kind of reminding me of the bacon and sriracha and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta peel out.
Nico's like, no, I hate it.
He's peeling out. Here it goes again.
I'm sorry. He really did just become a puppy all of a sudden.
Oh my goodness.
And he's just doing the zoomies. He's got his zoomies.
He's got them zoomies.
Hi.
All right, don't hype him up. All right. So, Flaming Hot Turkey, yay or nay?
I think that this entire thing comes from the fact that a lot of people can tolerate Flamin' Hots.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh, well, this is something we need to bastardize.
Okay, so here's the question. Obviously, we would never make it, but if it was there, would you try it?
Oh man!
I mean,
do I have alcohol?
I feel like
it's Thanksgiving, of course.
Okay, then yeah, I'll try.
I'd be obligated to. I mean, as
that's
a
how I
Los
feel.
representative.
It sounds awful. I need to try it. That's
exactly.
how I feel.
Yeah. You know what? I would make sure that it was the last thing that I tried on the day. That way I can say my goodbyes and hurry home to the restroom. Yeah. Because you gotta get to home base for something like that. You can't just use somebody else's facilities. No, you can't.
Embarrassing.
Experimental turkey in somebody else's bathroom? I think not.
Oh my God, no.
I love people more than that.
I don't, but even I'm like, nah.
Oh my God. I mean, can you imagine even trying to get yourself some help and just go into the bathroom and then having to poke your head out and be like, do you have any Pepto?
Right.
That's embarrassing as hell.
That's one thing that I appreciate about your uncle's place, your uncle and aunt. When we go over there for Thanksgiving, or whatever family function, that bathroom, everything you need is in there.
Yep.
There's never that's in the closet down the hall. It's there are 40 rolls of toilet paper.
Yep.
At all times. There's 2 things of soap. Mm-hmm. There's towels for days.
Yep, there's a small sewing kit just in case you ever cut yourself.
See?
They're serious.
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't a spare pair of drawers in there somewhere.
Oh, Lord.
In every size imaginable. I haven't looked that deeply. I'm not trying to be nosy or anything, but they don't play.
Yeah, they're serious. Well, because they've had kids.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
Yeah, they had boys.
Yeah.
Nothing but busted up knees and elbows and all kinds of stuff. We don't have time to go to the hospital. It's way too late. Wait a minute, hold on. I got to get up for work the next day. You better sew that shit up.
I was gonna say, get the super glue. We're good.
Right.
We're good.
There you go.
Right.
Super glue and staples. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny because I at one point I said Ike is kind of like Uncle Scrooge in a way because they have 3 little nephews living with them.
You're right.
And they're all very energetic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're all about the same age.
Yep.
So it's just perfect. It's so perfect. All he needs is a top hat.
And there's always one that's leading the rest of them around.
Yep.
All the time.
Thankfully, they wear pants.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Yes.
This is not a DuckTales podcast, but
I know, right?
That's what I'm saying. They wear pants.
And the reality cuts in. Logic cuts in as needed.
Okay, right. So I have a quick question.
Okay.
What is the dessert preference?
Ooh.
What is your dessert that is Thanksgiving?
Now, I've put myself on the hook this year because of what I did last year.
Oh, yeah.
I started to experiment with key lime pie.
Man.
Oh, yes.
And apparently, I'm good at it. I do everything from scratch. I make the crust from scratch. Mm-hmm. Last year, I used ginger snaps in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I do the whipped cream myself and everything. That's the hardest part of it all, honestly. I'm sitting there juicing the limes myself.
Right, because it was lime infused. Or no, it was coconut milk. Coconut milk infused whipped cream.
Yeah. So I finally got that right. Whew. And then I bought it over last year for Thanksgiving and basically was told that I cannot enter their home again without this pie in my hand.
And they meant that. They meant it 1,000%.
Yeah.
So we've got the fixings already.
Yep.
It's already ago. Yeah. It's guaranteed to happen again this year. And it truly, man, like, Lex, I do wish that you were here to try it, because
it sounds amazing. I'm a fan of key lime pie for sure. So sounds great.
So damn good.
I don't think of that associated with Thanksgiving, but like, I would still do it. I'd be like, cool.
I mean, that's kind of how I am. Like, I feel like Thanksgiving is kind of all bets are off when it comes to, you got the basics in the meal in general, you know, but pecan pie, sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, that stuff's like, all right, we've had it.
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
Yes.
Dutch apple pie.
A little bit of cinnamon in there.
Yes. I love every year that's what I end up getting.
I love it. I love it. The crumbs.
Yeah.
The soft, crumbly texture on the top. Oh my God, it's amazing.
And when I informed my brother of this, I was like, okay, well, apple pie is definitely happening. What else do you guys want? And he's like, we need vanilla ice cream with that. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
Oh, okay. So are you the type of person that puts cheese on apple pie?
Ooh.
Fuck no.
All right.
No.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to do that either. I've talked to several people.
I know it's a thing.
Yeah, putting that slice on there. I just can't.
No.
So we need to make a hard decision right now. We are 36 minutes in.
Already, damn.
Are we gonna make this the full, or are we just gonna go keep it the mini?
I'm fine making it the full. I don't care. This can be the Thanksgiving full episode, and we can just talk about a couple little things on the mini. I'm fine with that.
You know what, everybody? The show goes on!
I mean...
They're gonna have to drag me out of this motherfucker.
I mean, why not give everyone the special guest star?
That's true. That's true.
You know, just the patrons. We love the patrons, but y'all can have our regular episode on Patreon. Patreon.com/Lex and Matt.
Patreon.com/Lex and Matt. You know what? We love all of you guys, all of you adventurers, all you ladies, you men, you women, everybody.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
You're going to a weird place there.
I am.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Matt's like, okay, now we make our move. Listen, everyone.
Hey, man.
This is a giant prepping for an excellent orgy. Like,
oh no.
We have this thing. It's called Nexium. We kind of talked about it before.
Have you been branded lately?
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a triangular type of plant.
It's a triangular family.
You just, every person you bring in, they bring in two people. And they bring in two people. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not.
It's less polygamy and more us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Work that magic. Mm-hmm.
I'm carrying a 13-year-old. Look, don't worry about
that.
No, you're on your own on that one.
It's not a big deal. We're just like, it's called family style for a reason.
Oh, no. I cannot.
And this has been another week of Lex takes it too far.
Yeah.
Tune in next week where I'll probably do something.
For those of you still listening, I stopped by our P.O. Box today, and if you'd like to mail something to our P.O. Box, whether it be something you'd like us to discuss on the show, maybe a gift for D or I or Lex, maybe even BMO, go ahead and send something to the P.O. Box. That information is on our Instagram. We've got it right there at the top for you guys. So thank you.
It's in like an archived story on the top of our Instagram. So, yeah.
So I got a little nudge earlier this week from a wonderful adventurer, a friend of the show, friend of ours, Gabby, told me to go check the P.O. Box. And I told her I'd go check the P.O. Box. I checked the P.O. Box. They got a little package. Package.
Yeah, it's always nice to give us a heads up because we don't check it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I try to go check every week, and I'm going to be better about it during the holidays. But it's always appreciated. So
Matt has not opened this.
No, so. This is the first time seeing of this here. So
totally sealed. Yep.
Hopefully it's safe for work. Yeah, what the hell? It's our podcast. Everything's safe for
work.
So
did you not hear the joke I just made? I'm sorry. Are you not paying attention?
All right. Do you want to read this?
Oh, boy. Okay. Please? Lex and Matt, here's a little something of what we do, inspired by what you do. From these adventurers. Cositas al Puento.
Ooh.
Denise and Gabby.
Oh.
That sounded good to me. I don't know.
P.S. The luchador is for Matt. Sweet chili babies is for Lex.
Oh.
Be excellent to each other. That is so adorable.
So while Dee was reading that note, I was over here playing with knives and opening this package.
That sounds safe.
Yep. Oh.
What is this?
We got a little bit of... Ooh.
Oh, wow.
This is nice. I'm going to put this on the table.
Okay.
And then we can take a pic and send it to Lex.
Okay.
So...
I love it, guys. It's wonderful. I haven't gotten the pic yet, but I'm hyped.
Oh, that is dope.
Oh, this is nice. This is so cool.
Okay.
We got official keychains here. I got the luchador. You got a sweet chili babies.
Oh my god.
Very excited.
This is adorable.
Patient. Yeah.
That's so nice. And we're going to post pictures of it on the social media so you guys can share in the love as well. This is so cool. This is our first gift.
What is their I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah.
Where is it? Dang it, I follow it.
But I'm going to send this to you, and I'm going to take a better picture when I'm not under the gun. But yeah, I just want to show you what it looks like there.
These are really well done.
These are well done. I've been wanting to get to one of the pop-up shops.
These are awesome.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
This is needlepoint, you guys.
Yeah, this is like quality stuff here, and
oh man,
I can't wait until they put some of this on Etsy so everybody can get a piece of this because this is some great stuff here.
Oh, this is so cool. I've never seen like these like sewing frames like so small.
Right.
So cute.
So Denise and Gabby, thank you so much. These are lovely. We love it. We love you guys. Thank you so very much.
God, I want to read this, but I'm gonna butcher it.
We all take a turn. Come on. What you got?
Okay. Cositas. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is like al punto. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Cositas al punto.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, it's okay. Matt and Dee said I'm black,
and
so I can get away with it.
Of course, you can find them on Instagram, and according to this button that I'm looking at
we will tag them on Instagram so that
they
you
have a
can
website.
follow them.
cositasalpunto.etsy.com. So
nice.
There you go.
Oh,
so dope.
They got buttons. They got needlepoint.
They're taking. It says on their Instagram they're taking direct messages for inquiries about getting something for yourself, and that their Etsy is going to launch soon. So
that's really cool. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. They make great presents because I received them as presents, and they're wonderful. This lucha is great. I love it.
That is so cute. Always go for those handmade presents over everything else. Because you're helping an independent person running their own business, and it's just way better. It's way better.
It just means so much more.
Right.
It's just you can see that somebody actually put real time and effort into creating this as opposed to a machine.
Right. This is quality stuff. And even the needlepoint keychains that we got here, they both have two hearts. Double hearts on the back of it there.
Aww.
We'll have to ask if that's any special significance or if that's just
and they gave me carabiner. Thanks for the love.
There you go.
Oh, you know.
Oh, they know.
I need all your carabiners.
They listen.
That is so great.
You can never have enough carabiners.
Carabiners.
That's right. Carabiners.
Oh, man.
All right. So, I don't know where to go from that. That's pretty great.
That is amazing. Now you have to ship that to me, Matt, and then I have to ship the box that I send to you.
Okay. I can do that. I'm going to ship it in the biggest, most obnoxious box that I can find.
Yeah, he's going to Amazon that. Yeah, he's going to Amazon it. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep. We've got a huge one over here.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Meanwhile.
All right, let's talk about... I guess I can talk about this a little bit, too, and I just kind of threw this on the notes. And
we're playing this fast and loose. Who cares?
Wait, do we have any more food stuff to talk about before we move on?
You said something about vegan something.
Vegan jerky. Kellogg's is dipping their toe into vegan jerky.
What would vegan jerky even be?
Cracked pepper and herb plant-based jerky. People have practiced veganism and vegetarianism for centuries. Have they? But the diets have...
Vegetarianism, yeah, I don't know about veganism.
Right.
The diets have hit a bit of a zenith in recent years. The popularity has brought an interesting challenge along with it, as companies try to create plant-based alternatives to popular products and meals. These have gone to increasingly impressive means, including the occasionally controversial Impossible Burger. Kellogg's is getting in on that in a pretty creative way, with a take on beef jerky that doesn't actually include any beef. Well, I would hope not.
Yeah, vegan. Yeah.
The product, which has been given the rather perfect name of leaf jerky.
Leaf jerky.
I kind of love this, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm in it for the puns.
According to Leaf Jerky's website, the product was created and pitched to Kellogg's by Amy Scholdice, who wanted to make a portable vegan snack that even meat eaters would love. There's portable vegan snacks everywhere. You're surrounded by plants.
No, this makes sense. Like, because I would imagine it is difficult as hell to, I don't know, like, how you eat vegan all the time. Like, how do you how do you pick something up, like, when you eat food, you know?
Right. It's not always going to be a Whole Foods right around the corner. There's not a Whole Foods section attached to a gas station.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, they're trying. And plus, if there is, do you trust it?
Never.
Because you don't trust gas station sushi.
I mean, are we going to trust Kellogg, though?
Yeah.
I mean,
the company started as an anti-masturbation machine. So,
that's true.
You know.
And they often announce that they find rat feces in their cereals. So,
yeah. Well, that's cereal all the way across the board. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how clean it is. No.
Yeah.
Right.
Cereal is dirty, folks.
Yep. Absolutely.
Dirty.
Yep.
Dirty.
I remember seeing that underneath like a microscope for the very first time. We just took a piece of Chex.
Oh no!
That our biology teacher was just a nut job, and he was all about like, let me freak these kids out. So he had us all bring in different kinds of cereal, and we looked at a piece of cereal under each of each of the cereals under a microscope, and there was just so much garbage on this one little piece of cereal.
Cereal sense?
Not much.
Yeah.
I mean, if I do, then it's something that's going to be heavily coated in sugar and cinnamon to the point where I just will not care.
Yeah.
I just have to block it out.
Yeah. Oh no.
What happened?
Oh no, nothing.
Huh?
I pushed the camera button by mistake.
Oh.
Did you see me too?
I did not see you.
Okay. I'll say I did not give permission.
Nope.
Snooping.
Hey,
That's funny.
at least I was fully clothed.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Friendship would have been over. Over. No hetero. We have rules.
We got rules.
Like, oh, what happened? You and Matt were so close. Well, I accidentally saw his nipples. That did it. And now it's over. Goodbye.
My nipples have ended and began friendships. Don't ask.
Okay, fine, I won't.
See? This took a weird turn. Back to leaf jerky. So, to me...
I'm sorry, what's the deal with your nipples, man?
Back at the Seinfeld says, I mean, what is the deal with nipples?
Oh my god, the Seinfeld jokes.
Yeah. I don't understand. What are your nipples?
Why do
I don't know.
Why do men need nipples anyway?
Yeah.
This is a good question.
See? Yeah. Seinfeld. Right. So, leaf jerky. Leaf jerky, the most important thing to me about this is the texture. With jerky, it's all about that texture. I love the Slim Jim ad campaigns. However, when I would try to eat it because of my love of Macho Man Randy Savage, I just could not do it.
Never a snap. It never snaps.
It never snapped like it did on the ads. Not even close. Vlasic, fuck you. Same thing. I want that Vlasic pickle to snap like it does for that store. But it never did.
Oh my god.
It never did.
Fuck that bird.
Fucking stork don't know what he's talking about.
Kill the turkey.
Kill the turkey.
Everybody's
we gotta sing that song this year.
All of those episodes.
Yes.
So good.
It's magic.
Yeah.
But no, about the leaf jerky, that's not really sounding too appeasing right now.
I'd try it. I'm very curious about it.
Yeah.
I would take a bite of it. It just, the description right now is just like, oh, I don't know. Because, like, I mean, you know what? I was all for the Impossible Burger. Mm-hmm. And it's okay. It's meat.
Right.
It's meat-esque.
Okay.
Yeah. But there is a certain flavor at the end of your bite that's kind of like, it's not quite.
Yeah.
It's all about that ending note.
Yeah.
If it tastes like a vegetable, I'm not interested.
It doesn't even taste like a vegetable. Yeah. It tastes like the memory of meat, like a whisper. Or a ghost.
Ghost meat. Ghost meat. Yes. God, that's a brilliant marketing campaign. Why did they call it ghost meat?
Ghost meat.
Man. Like, yeah. But, I mean, if it's anything like that, though, like, okay, all right. Like, at least I'll know what to expect, but please. Oh, this is going to be one situation where you have to season it to death.
Yeah.
You will have to season it to death.
Well, it's all jerky. All jerky is really just like super salted meat.
Yeah.
It's been preserved.
Right.
So it lasts on the trail.
Yeah, but there's spices involved in that too, though. There's
black pepper. The notorious trail that we all go on.
The trail.
That we need this salted cured beef for.
Sure.
And now this salted and cured plant.
Not to mention peanuts with plain M&Ms and raisins.
How else?
Plain M&Ms.
Yes.
The trail mix.
Oh my God! One time, my littlest niece, she kept going into the pantry at my brother's house and was just stealing the M&Ms out of the trail mix.
Oh no!
And so they were talking about it later, and they were like, "We have to get her to stop doing this." Like, she's taking them out of it, and like she's eating too much sugar, and they're concerned about they're like, hey, look, this isn't good for her. And she's also ruining the trip, whatever. And I just said, well, why don't you buy trail mix without M&Ms? And they looked at me like I had suggested they throw their child into the river and let it drown. Like, they were like, what is wrong with you? No, we're not buying the trail mix without M&Ms ever.
Pretty great.
What is that? That's nothing. I'm like, what? Like, I was just like, what is happening right now?
Oh my God. You committed straight up sacrilege. Like,
I was, okay. To me, it wasn't a big deal. I was like, yeah, just get them without the M&Ms. Who cares? Like, it's trail mix. Whatever. And to them, it was like, I'm sorry. You have offended my family. Like, you've brought dishonor to this house. What is wrong with you?
Dare you?
Oh my God!
We are an M&Ms and trail mix household.
Damn.
Yeah, they were definitely they were not on the let's not buy the trail mix without M&Ms. They were like, how do we scheme our daughter out of eating all of our M&Ms? Like, that was their route. We need to make sure that she doesn't take all of the M&Ms that we also want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing instead.
Yeah,
those are for us,
right?
Yeah.
Those are our M&Ms.
Like, bitch, be considerate.
So,
yeah.
Anyway,
those are going to be like, can I have your phone? No, you can't have my phone.
Nah.
Leaf jerky coming soon.
Nah.
Get ready. It's happening.
Yeah.
God.
The Thanksgiving thing of kids, they're gonna want the phone. I can't do it.
Oh God,
right.
No. That's why I just lie. I just say, can I see your phone? No, I don't have a phone.
Well, they want to go through pictures
but you're
and stuff.
A phone.
And I'm like, that is the worst idea. You should not be ever going through my pictures.
Oh my God, no.
Look,
no.
I'm not saying, look, you don't need to go through my pictures, okay?
Yeah.
Even line, the memes that I have, and I've sent Matt some of these, they are very bad.
They're not for children.
No.
And sometimes you might have, like a little mole you want to check on or something that you forgot to delete.
Oh, God.
It doesn't have to be sexy. It's just...
Bad thing. I'm just going to the, that one meme that I sent you that was, things about pussy in silence or whatever, and it's basically... So, I mean... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes.
Oh,
you never know.
Oh, my God.
You never know.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw
boy.
that noise. If they see me holding a phone, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Your imagination is so great.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God,
Go
you gotta be
play
something. Yeah.
with
right. You got any games on your phone? And in reality, yes, all of them. But no, I don't.
Like I have a game called Calculator.
I'm a fucking adult. I have all the things on my phone.
That's right.
I got bills on my phone.
Angry bills.
Angry bills.
Angry bills on my phone. What you want?
Do you know how much solitaire I play, kid? Fuck off.
Man. It was so, you know what sucks? Like, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing earlier. Like, I was in the restroom at work, and I'm playing a game on my phone, and I thought that I had the volume all the way down.
God, no.
And so I was playing one of those, like, you know, advertisements, like the ad-based games or whatever. Because to me, that's the meta game, seeing how far you can get in those without actually giving them money. And so I sit through the ads every now and then just so I could get, like, the power-ups or whatever. And sure enough, it was an Angry Birds ad that came on, and it was just, like, all the way up. And it was the red bird just going, "Rrr," and I was like,
oh, God.
Oh, no. Someone thinks I made that noise.
Wow. Somebody thought you were having issues.
Yeah.
Like, this just feels like so many mistakes in life. Like, you're gonna... I don't know about you, but, like, I'm the kind of person who will have nightmares about the exact situation you're describing for the next, like, 20 years because it's so embarrassing. Oh, my God.
Like, I'm just counting down to the time because whenever I take a screenshot on my phone to send you a meme or something like that, it always makes that camera noise. But I'm too lazy to figure out how to turn that off, right? But I've been lucky enough in those situations where it matters, I have the volume down. But one time... I'm going to be in the bathroom and I'm going to see a meme and I want to send to somebody that's going to be like, "Ka-shack." And I'm going to be like,
prevent this from happening by doing a quick Google search and figuring out how to turn off that. You're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Take it. Keep going.
I'm just rolling the dice.
Oh my God.
You know what? If you think I'm photographing my junk in the restroom at work, that's on you. I'm not. That's on you. Okay?
Oh my God. I just want to see, like, the HR meeting of that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's just such a funny, it's an amazing social.
We've invited you in here today because this is a very delicate situation. Someone heard, how do we describe this? Well, the sound of a camera flashing. And we're worried, was it you? They were worried you might have taken a picture of someone else. We don't know what's happening. Are you feeling experimental? What's happening?
Feeling experimental? Oh my God.
We all need you to stop. Like, seriously.
On your own time, dude.
I'm going to tell you the same thing I told my coworker who was talking about, you know, millennials destroying the Victoria's Secret, parade? Catwalk?
Oh, the cat. Oh, yeah, the fashion show.
The fashion show. Mm-hmm. I'm like, there are unlimited. There are unlimited opportunities to see half-naked women all around us.
Seriously,
you don't need the Victoria's Secret show anymore. Nope. You barely need a Victoria's Secret if that's your jam.
Right.
The internet is a thing.
That is my jam, but
you know.
Oh my God! Just snatch up a magazine.
Yeah,
you're good. You're good.
Get a magazine. Go find a tree in the woods. You can hide it in there.
There you go.
Make it fun again. Make it dangerous.
Oh, this is how bad it was. So speaking of bathrooms, right? So at my job, way back. So everybody that was probably involved in this is long gone. Mm-hmm. So don't think about that part. There was like
they're dead. He killed them all.
They're dead. Forget these guys. There was like in the handicap stall. There's like this maintenance door in that stall. Okay. You know, built into the wall, and it was always like kind of partially open. Like it had like one of those like little locks on it that you would have to turn with like a quarter or something that. Yeah, just like real shallow, right? So anybody could get in there. The guys that I used to work with, who don't work there anymore, would hide magazines in there.
Oh my God!
I'm like, how long do you intend to be in the bathroom? What?
Oh.
You have a home. Why are you doing this here? What?
No. That's That's just a level of gross. I mean,
I just have this vision of like someone popping out and like, oh God, it's becoming us in my head. Like it's just becoming
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. I'm not.
Oh my God.
I don't condone that. Again, you have unlimited opportunities to see any level of undress of any type of person you want to see on the internet at any time of day or night.
Oh my God.
You don't need a magazine in the restroom at your job.
You can take a cigarette break. 15 minutes and one website and you're good.
I guess.
If it's absolutely necessary, if it's like...
Can I ask a question about this person in question?
Sure.
We know it's a man. I'm assuming it's a white man, right?
Yeah.
So if you tell a white man that he can't have anything, anything, look. Yeah. I love white men. My father is a white man. Thank you very much.
Some of my best friends are white men.
Do you know who my father is? No. So I understand it's not all men, but seriously, some of these dudes are they're so fucking entitled. That is a situation where it's entitlement.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, guys suck. And you know what? I'm just down with people today in general because of something that happened at Dee's job. We've never revealed where that is.
No.
We never will. We never will.
Nope.
But
I don't even know where you work.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I had to tell Lex about this, too.
I'm assuming it's underground.
Oh,
yes,
God. I wish I could actually push down the shame.
We're gonna call in an airport. Sure.
An airport.
People, this is the time of year where you donate items to children in boxes that you see around. There's a wonderful charity we partake in, Giving Tree. We've talked at length about the post office and what they're doing. They haven't gotten started yet, though, but keep your eyes peeled. So they set up a box at Dee's job. There are toys and shit in there.
Yeah.
Things that we've donated.
It's only stuff that we have donated.
Only stuff that we've donated. And somebody had the wherewithal to throw used tissue and lunch paper in this box, thinking it was trash or just not caring at all.
Right, exactly.
So,
and this box is sitting right outside of a lawyer's office.
Airport lawyers.
Yeah. Airport lawyer.
Fuck them.
It's still 2019. Fuck them.
Seriously.
That's right. We got to use that while it's still the year.
But at the same time, don't fuck them because they're assholes. Don't fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do that.
Right.
Let's just not fuck jerks. Let's not do it.
Next year, don't fuck them.
Don't fuck them. Seriously, don't.
Right.
Don't fuck them again. I feel like this is every conversation I have with single people in my life where I'm like, oh my God, stop fucking them. What?
Right, exactly.
Right.
I mean, that's good, but it's always like, okay, get it. But then you need to go to therapy. Every conversation is like, okay, enjoy the weekend, but Monday, you gotta get your shit together.
Exactly.
Every single, oh God.
Yeah.
It's like the mental shower.
So
needed afterwards.
This is where we get the peek into, hey, Lex is still in her 20s and everything's terrible, and you guys are like, oh yeah, we're done with that shit.
Yeah. I mean, get it, but don't.
But don't.
Don't reward this type of behavior.
But
don't. Yeah. Obviously, you know what they say about if you go home with somebody and they don't have any books in their home.
Fuck them. That's John Waters right there.
Yeah. Don't fuck that person.
Yeah.
But it's a little trickier now because people have ebooks, and so it's like my library is right here.
Audible.
Yeah.
I need to see your Kindle Fire, please.
Show me your Kindle.
Right.
I need to know that you have condoms, and I need to see your Kindle Fire, please.
There you go.
When was the last time you were tested? Just give me the Kindle. Don't worry about that. Well, don't worry about that one. Just give me the Kindle.
Hey, girl. Look at how worn out this library card is.
Oh my God.
So yeah, don't. Yeah.
I know how to.
But don't fuck people. Wait, what? Say it again.
Hey, girl, I know how to read.
I'm literate. I'm quite literate.
That's a panty dropper right there for me. I don't know about anybody else, but that'll do it
real well for me.
right there. That does it right there. My goodness. So yeah, if anybody you know is throwing trash into a toy donation box.
So this wasn't like one where someone might have done it by accident. I would have pulled it out though. That's never mind. Why am I trying to excuse garbage people, garbage humans?
Literal garbage people.
Garbage pail kids.
Yeah.
In human form. No, I'm done.
Truly.
But I mean, this is like a box, so you can see like inside of it there are toys.
And there's also like there are signs outside of the box saying this is for this particular gift donation.
Right. Do you know who my
event.
father is? Like that. Yeah.
Oh my God! Like I absolutely.
My
had
father
to
is
go.
John McCain. Thank you very much.
It's John McCain. Oh my God! I'm like, I will punch anybody. I don't give a damn.
It's true.
Like it was just so bad.
That's the trailer park D coming out.
I'm telling you, right? Like give me shrimp all day long, and give me a good fight and a beer.
Are you Eleanor Shellstrop?
You know it.
You're
Congratulations.
You're Arizona trash.
I am absolutely Arizona. I'm telling you, I know more bluegrass than you think. You think
funny.
I know.
That's really funny.
Like I'm telling you, like I was seriously hurt. I was really in the mood to hurt somebody this morning because I saw that box, I saw that trash in there, and I went full blown Karen. And I had to take a picture and take it over to business management, to the building management who's running this whole event, and said, "Hey, just want to let you know, this is what I found this morning. Yeah. Is there any way that this can be taken care of? Can the box be moved? Can there be another sign put up or something so that nobody misconstrues this for a trash bin, even though it's a box? It's not a bin. This is a professional building. Yeah. What the hell?"
I was trying to find the sliver of hope. It wasn't really excusing them as much as I'm like, oh, could this have been an accident? But no, it doesn't sound like it. That sounds awful.
Yeah, they just suck ass.
They're just like 2019. Fuck them kids.
Pretty much. That's exactly what they just did. It's like, oh my God, no, we do not want to. Okay. Like kids are gonna like whatever, especially kids in need. They're gonna like pretty much anything that they get, but that doesn't mean that you should feel entitled to give them a cold or the flu from your fucking used tissue.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I swear, the holidays make me want to kill people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I always have optimism going into the holidays, and I always end up having horrible holiday stories, which I think I talked about this last year. But my friends call me Tiny Tim. And the Tiny Tim's going to strike again. And I messaged them the other day as something, and I was like, Tiny Tim strikes again! Like, God damn it!
Yeah. I'm sorry, I have to address something really quick.
Yeah.
Alex Keefe, the senior editor for government and politics at WBZ, is giving me a hard time right now on Twitter because of my thoughts about The Lord of the Rings.
What did you say about Lord of the Rings?
Basically, I'm giving, it's one of those, please share your controversial Lord of the Rings opinion.
No.
Blah, blah. And my controversial opinion is just the fact that the actual power of the One Ring was just kind of meh.
Huh.
It turned people invisible and evil.
Yeah, that is pretty much it.
And Alex Keefe, all due respect to Mr. Keefe, comes back and says, it controlled the kings and queens of every race. How is that lame? We didn't see that. We saw it turn a man into a goblin creature. We saw it turn Frodo into a thirsty, nasty, greasy shell of himself.
Yeah.
Made him tired. Basically, it was like seasonal depression in a ring.
Yeah.
He needed some vitamin D.
He needed...
I mean, in a couple of ways.
Well, him and Sam were very tight.
This episode of Lex and Matt is brought to you by Emergency. Emergency. It's the thing you need to not become a golem.
I mean, really, it was cool. It lit up.
It did.
But that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, well, they did show the first king that they were really focused on, in the past.
Yeah.
When they were talking about how the ring came to be and who the first king was that actually got hold of it and how he went crazy.
Sure.
So
I mean,
that was the
Lord of the Rings
Lord
of the Rings fans are no joke. I wouldn't.
No, they don't play. I mean, they're in good company. It's, Stephen Colbert is like, Lord of the Rings fan number 1.
Oh, yeah.
He probably knows more about Lord of the Rings than J.R. Tolkien does.
Yeah.
See, it even took me a minute to remember the gentleman's initials. That's how lax of a fan I am.
Oh, man.
Okay?
It's okay, Matt. He can't hear you now.
Yeah.
Well, his spirit, though.
His spirit.
Yeah. Anyway. Was he the religious one? No, that was C.S. Lewis. They were friends.
Yeah, that was C.S. Lewis for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, man.
Anyway, shout out to Alex Keith. They do good work over there at WBZ.
Yeah.
Donate to your public radio stations.
I honestly see both sides of this argument.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get more Lord of the Rings from Amazon in the near future anyway, so I'm excited to see what they come up with.
I was going to say, I'm intrigued by that.
Yeah.
They put out good content.
They do.
Maisel, it's coming back, man.
Maisel's coming back. I'm ready.
I got to rewatch. I got to find time. Once this semester's over, I'm going to be like, I don't want to move. I just want to watch Maisel for.
All right, let's see what else we got in the notes for this episode.
I thought you said newts, like the little lizards. Newts? And like you said notes, you're like newts?
Newts.
Newts. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See, that automatically made me think of aliens.
So then the Marines? Space Marines?
Newts.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, same. Yeah, same.
She was
I always think of that really crappy action figure commercial they had for Aliens.
Oh.
Because when I was a kid, it was too mature for me to see a movie like that. So all I remember is the marketing for it. And it was just so bad. It was like, these look like bootleg G.I. Joes. Why do I care about that? And why are these other figures so much bigger than them and have like bendy necks? I don't get it.
They have bendy necks.
Why does that man's chest explode? I don't know.
Oh my god. Like, that would be, if I was a boy, if I was growing up as a boy, I think that would have been like the dopest. That would have been my toy to keep forever. Nobody can share. Because it's just so graphic. And it's just so, like, everybody's going to want it. It's mine. No. It's my precious.
I see. That's not quite how the Beyonce song goes, If I Were a Boy. But close.
Wow.
Close. I don't know, man. I didn't really have any gross out toys when I was growing up that I can remember. The Ghostbuster stuff was kind of out there.
Yeah, Slimer shit.
We've established I do not like gross out humor. I've never liked gross out humor. So I don't think I ever had anything like that either.
Yeah. I mean, I had...
we bought stink bombs and stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, we used to throw, actually... It wasn't like the little vials. It was the little popper things. Did you guys ever have those?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Step on them and then you haul ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we would like step on those and haul ass. They'd be in someone's yard or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah, those poppers would get you in like major trouble in school.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I did have a gross out toy. Stop me if you've heard this one. I had one of those like gooey eyeballs.
Oh, I remember those. Those were gross.
Yeah.
They had the marble in it, and it was like hard. It felt weird.
Yeah. Ew.
But these were like, they were soft throughout. So they were more like the texture of those like octopus you throw at the wall and they kind of like slither down or whatever. So these were actually branded like sticky eyes that we got because my aunt actually was part of the team that opened up the Viacom store here. And they had Real Monsters Ickis eyeballs.
Oh, my God.
And so she had like 40 of those mugs.
Oh, no.
And like, I got like a handful of them. And by the time that the school year rolled back around, I only had one left.
Of course.
And so I bought it, and this is high school, mind you. So we're in biology class, and me and a couple of the other guys, we're just like throwing the eyeball up in the air at the ceiling, whatever, until we get into the actual biology room, and the ceiling there is like that stucco.
Yeah.
And so
I know what you're talking about,
that thing did not come back
down. That was it. That was its home forever.
And so as Mr. Witt is just teaching us, we're just all like, paying attention.
Remember the names of your teachers, guys. I don't. Okay, yeah.
It's random. Like some of them I do, some of them I don't. We couldn't remember the name of our principal. We were trying to figure out
in grammar
earlier.
School.
Yeah,
our grammar school my principal.
I always forget that you got like the whole Corey and Topanga thing. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys are
Oh my God, we do. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So bizarre.
Yeah. But yeah, like, we were just sitting there in class and we're looking at the teacher. We're trying to like we're paying attention and look up every now and then, look back at the teacher, just like get through gritted teeth, and it's like, oh shit, this thing's gonna fall at the wrong moment. It was like a sitcom episode. We're just waiting for it to fall, and it never did. So after class, we're like, hey, just wanted to tell you, because we're going to be gone and you're probably going to get pissed off about it or something like that. There's an eyeball on the ceiling.
Ew.
And so he gets like, the ruler, the long ruler, he gets it down or whatever. The yardstick. And I'm like, oh, cool. So can we have that back? And he just looks so pissed off. He's like, no.
So you can go inflict this on another teacher? No.
Like, well, fair enough. Okay, thanks. Because you could, those things were so cool. Like, they were, durable. You could rinse it off.
That is a very bold move, though. I respect that move. To where you're like, hey, can we have it?
I was surprised at myself that I even asked the question, but I really wanted that thing back, because I knew it was the last one. But those things, you could rinse them off, and they were just cool all over again.
I remember.
Rinse them off, they were wet, and then you just let them dry a little bit and just whack.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
See, I didn't like that kind of shit either, though. Like, I didn't want to get gross. I didn't want to physically feel the grossness.
Okay.
Like, I could see it, on a figure or something like that, or Garbage Pail Kids cards. Like, come on.
Yeah, I never liked
problem.
those. Ugh, no.
Man, some of them were rough. Some of them were a little bit too rough. Like, the one with all the eyeballs. Blah, blah, blah. And the one that, threw up all the time.
Yeah.
That wasn't too great for me either. But the rest of them were kind of interesting to look at.
Yeah.
That was probably my furthest level of gross toy or gross kids item that I've ever possessed. I mean, besides just being a kid yourself and just having boogers in your nose and stuff like that, and just eating everything off the floor. I used to eat Tums off of the floor.
What? Wait.
That totally reminded me of that shit.
Left.
I'm sorry. What?
like when I was a kid, I'll go over to my grandparents' house and I would just explore their house. They have this big Georgian style house, and I was the only kid for a long time. So and they were just like, okay, go play. I'm like, all right, cool. And I would go into somebody's room, one of my uncle's rooms or whatever, their old rooms, and I found Tums that were assorted fruit flavors.
Oh yeah, because they used to come in the same roll as Lifesavers.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm just like, oh shit, that's candy. Okay, all right, I'm down for candy. It's on the floor. I don't care. Nobody saw it. Give it to me. Okay. So yeah, I ate Tums
candy
regularly.
Now that you've broken it down, that helps a little bit. Because at first I'm like,
yeah. I can totally see that now. But before, that was rough. How did you deal with that chalky? Oh God, the last time I was able to eat a Tums, I projectile vomited straight up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it triggers so bad with me. It's.
You know what? I think did you like Smarties coming up?
Not really. Not a huge. But it didn't make me puke like that. Yeah.
Oh man, I would have a bowl of
Sweet Tarts,
though. Oh no, yeah, Sweet Tarts definitely.
Yeah.
What sucked about Smarties is I didn't like the chalkiness either. I'm with Lex on this one. I just couldn't do it. The Nilla wafers, not Nilla wafers, but the little Necco wafers.
Yeah, Necco wafers.
I couldn't do those. I couldn't do Smarties.
Yeah.
But Smarties and Sweet Tarts used to come in the same type of roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep,
so you didn't know what you were getting until it was too late.
Yep. But you know what? It tasted vaguely like fruit.
So good. And then Yeah.
No, that I couldn't do that chalky candy. I could not.
Oh man, I was prepared for heartburn for 10 years ahead of my time.
You were ready,
man. I was like, fuck this shit. Give me all the spice.
That's how as a kid you could eat a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos and then eat candy
and salt and sour chips, salt and vinegar chips right behind it.
You had that base.
You had a barrier.
I used to eat lemon wedges.
See,
we would sit in restaurants and I would just be like. And I wouldn't eat the rind, I wasn't a fucking animal, but I would just eat it like an orange slice or whatever.
Yeah.
And people would watch, like, from the table, and they would be horrified. They were like, how is she not even making a face? And my dad was like, oh, she just does it.
Even thinking about that just makes my teeth hurt. Just imagining.
I did that for a very long time. It wasn't until I got into, like, my teens when I couldn't really do that anymore. Like, now I can't even really drink lemonade. I'm like, ugh, tart.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, oh, this is so tart. But yeah, my enamel, like the very bottom of my front teeth, like the enamel's all jacked up because of that assumption.
Man. Damn, but you were like, you never got a cold though, did you? Never.
Yeah, no, I did.
Vitamin C.
Yeah, no, I still did. But
oh man,
I had a lot of fun on the way down.
That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. All the trash that we ate when we were kids, it's just like it's amazing that we all survived this long.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Oh man.
So apparently they're trying to bring back some old favorites again. This time it's Friday Night Lights. Is that right?
Friday Night Lights?
No, really? I'm not here for it. Apparently they're doing a movie again. Because remember they did the movie and they did the show. And now they're doing a movie again. And I don't understand this.
See, I remember Varsity Blues. I didn't see a Friday Night Lights movie.
I didn't watch the Friday Night Lights movie. I watched a good portion of the show. The show was very well done. Really enjoyable. But I'm like, why? Why are they doing this? I don't understand. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
The show was very well done. Like, football people loved it. Drama people loved it. Like, it was acclaimed.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny because, like, it was one of those shows that was just on at a certain time that folks either loved it or they just kind of, like, glossed over it. Mm-hmm. But
they put it on Friday nights, like when people were at the game.
On the nose.
Right. And this is before, like, TiVo was widely available.
Pretty much.
Very true.
Or just becoming available.
Yeah.
So this is what's weird too, is the directors or the writers that they're bringing on for this.
Let's go. Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. It's the creative team, and they've only done horror films.
Oh.
So really? The Poughkeepsie Tapes, Wreck, Quarantine, As Above, So Below.
Ooh, As Above, So Below. Yes, that's my jam. So actually, that actually made me a little bit more interested in that. I gotta admit.
Okay, but like, I'm not shitting on any of their films. I'm just so confused.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's so confusing.
Well, I mean, if they do decide to dip into horror, then they're very prepared for that, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's going to make some of those scenes awkward. It's going to like, why is this so intense? He's just taking a test. Jesus.
He's just taking a test.
Like, he's just trying to, like, get his driver's license. What? He's going to make it to the game. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
God, I don't know. I saw this that they were doing this, and it made me irrationally angry.
There's some things they don't need to bring back. There's some shows that are just good on their own. Just they're not trying to bring back like Gilligan's Island or White Shadow or the Doobie Brothers.
Stop naming things that nobody wants to see again.
Not the Doobie Brothers.
The
What's
Doobie
that show?
Brothers.
No, the Sherman Brothers.
Okay.
Right?
The Sherman Brothers?
They were these two brothers that were twin brothers, and they had a variety show. And one played the stand-up bass, and the other one played the guitar.
Oh, Lord.
Do you remember this?
Baby, how old are you?
Yeah, okay.
Shit. I mean, like, because I know what you're talking about. But
Smothers Brothers.
Oh, my God.
The Smothers Brothers, yes.
Wow. I mean, there was like, Lex, you missed it. There was a whole plume of dust. just went out of his mouth when he said Smothers Brothers. I can't. My man knows some things, boy.
I know
things. He's been through some wars, apparently.
I drink wine, I know things, and I watch Nick at Night.
There you go.
Like, even Nick at Night doesn't play stuff like that anymore. Like, that's how old it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. I never saw any of that.
Like, Okay, so I want to be irrationally upset about them bringing back stuff like this, but we just had an instance where Jimmy Kimmel was able to successfully bring back the Jeffersons and All in the Family from one night, and it was enjoyable.
It was.
Yes. And I'm not saying I'm completely opposed to all of this. Like, that was such a unique way of doing it, though.
It was.
And that's the problem that I have, is that it's usually not a unique take. It's just throwing it at a wall and seeing what sticks. And that's where I'm like, this is boring, you know?
Yeah. Although I am very interested, though, to see, did you, I'm almost certain that one of you had to have seen this, where Will and Grace, they're trying to do a recreation of I Love Lucy.
I saw the picture for that, yeah. I saw the teaser image.
Oh, my God. And, like, I gotta tell you, Debbie Messing?
Yeah.
Deborah Messing, yeah.
Oh, my God. She's like a dead ringer for Lucy. Like,
they did a good job.
In the costume and
the
makeup
and
everything.
They did a good job.
Very, oh, God, what is the word? Like Lucy was.
Like
animated.
Emotive. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a hot and messing.
That's there's some weird behind the scenes stuff going on with that show, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I know that they're ending it this year, and like Megan Mullally wasn't in a couple episodes this season, and like there's rumors that like her and Deborah Messing do not get along, and like it has been like gauntlet type of shit, or I don't know. It's been interesting, kind of. I haven't really looked into it much, but I've seen some like peripheral stories that were okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, man. All I know is we didn't get any of her husband on the show at all, and that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Offerman.
Yeah. Nick Offerman.
He's so good.
I mean, honestly, if he was on there, I wouldn't know.
I was going to say,
never seen.
I'd be shocked if he wasn't.
Right. He's
I've
probably
never
like a background actor or something.
More than 1 minute of Will and Grace, because whatever show was on before it, I taped, and there was a little bit of overlap. That's it. That's all I've ever seen of Will and Grace.
Yeah.
I respect Will and Grace. I mean, people love it. It's been on forever. Mm-hmm. You know, it came back successfully. People love the return. But yeah, it's never been my jam. So I'm like, all right,
totally
guys, enjoy that.
Yeah, it was like a groundbreaking show, but it's not one that I think everyone needs to see. I'm like, just recognize it for what it is, and then watch it if you're into it. If not, whatever.
If they want to bring back Caroline in the City.
Oh my God!
Now we're talking.
Now that is like a subtle burn.
Isn't that like a thing now? They're bringing back Frasier?
Well, they're talking about it. There's been rumors and everything, but there's been nothing officially announced.
I'm sure they're going to do it.
And you would think with all this Peacock business, they would like push hard to get that done in time to announce it. You know?
Yeah. So the more I read about that Friends thing that you were talking about, I think last episode. Before that,
the reunion.
It sounds like it's going to be something similar to like them just coming together for maybe like a interview, live show. Like it doesn't sound like they're going to try to bring back Friends. It sounds like or maybe they're going to do like a one-off type of thing.
I can see them doing like an hour-long special, maybe just to catch you up. Like, oh, this is where they're at now. You know, we're not going to go like full on. Just
like a celebration behind the scenes type of deal.
Yeah. They're not going to do a full-on what's happening now.
What's happening now?
Friends now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's
Friends now enemies.
Yeah. And you know what? What's happening now wasn't that bad.
What's happening now?
Right.
Wow.
That's like your opinion, man.
Like, Raj was married.
Yeah.
And Mama was gone, I guess.
Yeah. I think she passed.
She passed away. Yeah. But Rerun and the other dude was still there.
Yep.
So,
still being schlubs?
Was it Dwayne, right?
Dwayne,
yes. Yes. They were all there. The film quality was better. That was it.
Film quality was better. Yeah. And they got a little bit older, just the slightest bit older.
You know?
But yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I expect for every show that comes back. Like, I don't know that. Like, I've become this really crazy purist about like shows coming out when they come out at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, that they're indicative of the time and the culture at that moment. You know,
100% agreed. Yeah.
And it's very hard to recreate that kind of magic like 20 years later, it's just really, really difficult. And I never expect for shows like that to really stick.
Yep.
Because you got to have, you're talking to a brand new audience. You're talking to a brand new generation now.
Yeah.
Who doesn't care about, the friends of yesteryear, of the 90s, and they just don't. So I'm optimistic for things like that, but at the same time, I'm hella cautious.
Right.
Hella cautious.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, I'm cautious as well.
Yeah.
It's hard not to be too when you've been burned a couple times by
That's very true.
Revivals or reboots or whatever.
Right.
When they just thrown it in. But like I mentioned last week, I did like what they did with Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they had that season where they were doing that Seinfeld reunion.
That was good.
Yeah, and they just kind of weaved it into the show. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, because it didn't really feel like a real episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was like, here's this on top of this. This is still part of it, but it's kind of separate.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about. It's good we got D on the show here. Let's talk about Beck. Beck Hansen.
What
did
his
last name?
Yep.
Okay.
What did he do?
Yeah, because people for a minute they kind of wondered if he was one of the Hansen brothers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
D is like, what did he do? What did he do? She's expecting you to say he's like a serial rapist or something.
No. You know what? The best news I would ever hear is that he left Scientology.
You saw the show.
Ding, 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 ding.
He did? He did? For real?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's claiming he has no association in Scientology now.
My levels are all over the place, D. My levels. No. My levels.
I can't control this happiness. I'm sorry. I mean, I just like when people like come out of the muck.
Yeah. But we're kind of...
We're skeptical.
Cautious. Yeah. Like, I want to believe Beck. Beck usually is a sensible individual. He makes some great music. He didn't really dig into the muck with the whole Kanye thing. He didn't clap back.
No.
So he has said 15 years he was a Scientologist or whatever. It says, yeah, I'm a Scientologist. That's a previous quote from him. And then the current quote is, he said that there is a, quote, misconception that he is a Scientologist, explaining that he's not and that he doesn't have any connection or affiliation with it.
Right. So after reading up on him, just, a little bit, because I was concerned about Mr. Beck as well, because I like D, I really enjoy his music as well. He's come out with some bangers over the years.
Yeah.
But, apparently he grew up in a family that came up with Scientology.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. So he was just kind of like born into it. And, with any religion, if you're born into it, that's pretty much your religion.
That's it.
Yeah. And you kind of have to shake that or continue the tradition. So I think that may be what he's going for here, but it is very vague.
I think that's the case with Elizabeth Moss as well.
Yeah.
There's this whole generation of younger, Erica Christensen is the same way. She was on the show Parenthood, and she was in that movie Swim Fan, whatever.
Yeah.
She's been to quite a few things, but she's a Scientologist as well, and she was born into it. The Masterson clan, their there's this generation of 30 to 40 somethings who were maybe California natives or whatever, and they were the first now they're the first generation of successful young people or whatever. Who were their parents were Scientologists and raised them to be Scientologists. And that's really difficult to get out of, like Matt was saying. That's a story. Then, say a Leah Remini, who she did know in life before. Oh, wait, no, because she was a kid too.
Yeah.
She went in super young. Super, super young.
They indoctrinated her super young.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that, Scientology isn't taboo as much to talk about anymore, because they were so big at one point. Of course, Tom Cruise. I would argue
they still are, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen with him after saying this. Is this the breaking point for Scientology, or is this the breaking point for Beck?
I think it's the breaking point for Beck, if anything, because Leah Remini, her career wasn't like gangbusters.
No.
She came out and started talking about it. And I think that, not to disrespect her or anything, but it's like she didn't have like a long way to fall, like a John, what's his face?
John Wick.
I sure hope Keanu's not.
Oh my God! Don't break my heart like that.
That would hurt. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But John Travolta and like a Tom. I was gonna say Tom Arnold this time.
Tom Arnold.
Yeah. Let's start rumors. Yeah, but Tom Cruise and John Travolta, like, they basically owe their entire career to that interference from the church in Hollywood and everything like that. Not say that they don't have their own qualities about them, but it definitely put them on the map.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but with Beck, even him, it's like his music has always been enjoyed since that first album. I'd say like in '95.
Yep.
Like he was a big name, but since then he's just kind of gone under the radar. Right. He had kind of a sophomore slump with the second album, It's called like something Vulture, Midnight Vultures or something like
Vultures,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is the follow-up.
Right,
right. We didn't have Pitchfork back then to give him like 10 out of 10 like they do with Kanye. So, yeah. It was just, it was okay, but he's made great music since then. It's just, ever since he stumbled.
Hasn't he won like a lot of Grammys since then?
He's
been very successful. No.
Yeah, I mean, he's been successful, but he's not like, oh my God, Beck. It's like, you don't really hear about him in the mainstream like that. He gets commercial
mainstream,
work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, actually, his last album has been the most commercial.
The most commercially successful since Odelay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because like I basically tuned him out for a while, and then when Dee and I started like dating, like she introduced me to like Guero Guerrito, which is like the remix album of that, and it was like, wow, he's still doing this great music, and he even remixed it himself. It's so good,
So Beck has won 7 Grammys. He's had 17 nominations. He got Album of the Year in 2015.
Wow. What album was that even?
What album was that?
It must have been the one he did with Danger Mouse.
Morning Phase was the name of it.
No, that was something else. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah.
So he has like Odelay was certified double platinum. Mutations, Midnight Vulture, Sea Change, and Guero are certified gold. Like he's been very successful.
Absolutely.
So, and I think he's one of their higher people in Scientology.
That's interesting. Yeah,
I do. So, I think he's one of their he's one of their guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we feel about it's so weird the people that are basically affiliated with Scientology that aren't out loud about it. That they don't put them on the posters and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like at one point, Will Smith was rumored to be part of Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that everyone in Hollywood has had a brush with Scientology.
I believe the same.
You can find, they went to a meeting or whatever. Like, it's just like when we started looking into that NXIVM and there were all of a sudden the names were coming up and you're like, wait, what? But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to reel everyone in. So yeah, like some of these actors or actresses went to like a meeting. That doesn't mean that they were heavily involved with it.
True.
So I think Scientology is that way. I don't know. I think he's trying to distance himself because it's changing. The way people view Scientology is definitely not been good for the past couple of years. I think we're going to see more people doing that.
I hope so.
I really hope so too, because it needs to change. Like, this is bad. It's very bad.
Extremely, especially for the sequel. Like, I guess the thousands, I guess, that are like in the middle ground for, as far as like Scientology converts or whatever. They're not quite famous. They're not super successful in their particular field, because those are the people that are just struggling to stay in. They're struggling to pay for all those damn books, trying to struggling to pay for fucking cleansing.
They don't have enough Xenu points to stay in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, It's just that is where God. It really does mirror government to me. You know how the middle class, we're the ones that are really running the country because it's a constant wheel that keeps on running.
Yeah.
Taking money and putting it right back in. So yeah, it's crazy and it's really difficult. And when these people are telling the higher ups in Scientology, like, hey, I can't afford this, but this is my religion and I really want to be a part of it, that's when they start belligerent. Like berating them and just destroying their lives altogether because they won't give up that money.
Yeah,
you know, it's all a big scheme.
That Leia Remini documentary series was very informative. Yeah. So I mean, that on top of, oddly enough, the South Park episode that kind of just laid it all out. Like this is how ridiculous it is. That kind of laid the groundwork, and then it was like, okay, now layered on top of all of that. Mysticism is
that the HBO documentary was what really made me change.
Yeah, we watched that too.
Yeah,
that was wow.
Incredible.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
all the jokes over the years about Tom Cruise and everything like that, and then just to see like him say it out of his own mouth, it's like okay,
yeah. Or even to like you hear about how Nicole Kidman's involvement with him.
Yeah.
How it was just obliterated by them because she just didn't want to get on board.
and she doesn't have any association with the children that they adopted during that time too, because the kids are like hardcore Scientologists.
That's it.
Yeah, and they just sided with Cruise. And then opposite happened with Katie Holmes' kid that they had, who has apparently no association with him.
Man.
I think that Katie Holmes knew some shit and was basically like, sign an NDA and we'll leave you alone forever.
I'm glad she got out.
Yeah, me too. Oh my God.
I mean, the moment that they tell me that I can't scream while I'm like giving birth to my child.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Like, no. Like, there's way too many. They put so many restrictions on just living a daily life. It's so bizarre. Like, and I mean, I say bizarre, but I also know that there's also connections. There's similarities to a lot of other religions, like organized religions in the world.
Yeah.
But this one is just pure, like, sci-fi.
You can't leave.
Pure sci-fi.
That's the difference. You can't leave it without them harassing you, and they won't leave you alone. That's the difference between if you go into a Catholic church, like, right now, you can walk out and your life is whatever. Like, you can go about your life. I'm not saying that they're harmless, but, like, that's the difference between, a religion and a cult.
Oh, shit.
What?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry. I just the recorder looked like it wasn't up, and
I was like, emo. What happened? I thought something dire had happened to your dog, and I was just no.
I'm so sorry. It's just the recorder that I use, the MP3 Skype recorder. It basically, when you minimize it, it disappears off the taskbar.
Oh.
And so it looks like it's not even there.
Oh no.
So it kind of freaked me out for a split second. But it's still going.
I made note of it in our notes. So.
Okay.
But but you're right. You can walk away from a Catholic church, no problem, and keep on living your life. But with Scientology, they will take you to court and fight you just to stalk you.
Right. And
it's ridiculous.
And like I was saying, you can make arguments against or for any of these things, but at the end of the day, if you can't escape that, then there's something very wrong there, and that should not, especially get like tax exemptions for a church.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, God.
So we've basically destroyed any chance we have at getting that sweet, sweet Hollywood deal that we've been dreaming about.
Oh,
you guys are stuck with us for a little while longer.
No, we just gotta rock the indie circuit. That's all.
That's it.
Just stay indie for a while.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
We're screening in some festivals, like.
I don't know, guys. We've talked a lot tonight.
Yeah, we have.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's almost 10.
It's almost 10.
I don't know what we're just gonna do a quick mini episode after this. We're gonna talk about Bill Cosby, I think.
Ooh, I can't wait for that one.
Tune in for that.
Yep.
All right, folks. So just a couple of things just to finish out this not mini episode that we just did. We want to tell you to check out LexandMattPod.com for all the links. You can see us on Instagram, see us on Twitter, see us on Facebook. Wherever you want to be, that's where we're at. Check all your local podcasters because we're on there too. That's how you're listening to us right now, as a matter of fact. So thank you for that. Also, stay tuned because after Thanksgiving, we're going to tell you guys about a little bit of holiday giveaway that we're going to be doing.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's going to be good stuff. You'll want to stay tuned for that. Thanks once again to Denise and Gabby for blessing us with these wonderful gifts. Just give them another shout out here. I'm going to take a stab at it. Cositas al punto. Check them out
it's the confidence that really sells it. Me, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Oh.
It's all in the swagger.
Not appropriating any culture.
Oh my God, you do good work. You stay safe.
Yeah, I try.
So thank you once again for these lovely gifts, and we'll of course show you guys pictures and post links and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Thank you, Dee, once again for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's always fun to be on here.
Thank you for having me.
Hey,
y'all are pretty dope to talk to.
Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way because that'd be awkward if you didn't.
Yeah.
You're shackled to one of us. It's me.
She said it's me.
That's right. That'd be weird. It'd be so weird. So yeah, we're gonna find a huge box to stuff this keychain in for Lex.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for joining us once again. I'm Matt Peters.
I'm Lex Lutz. Be excellent to each other. Bye, sweet chili baby.
Wait a minute. What about Epstein?
Oh yeah, fuck Epstein. Also, he didn't kill himself.
There you go.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Please stop.